Good morning. It's Talk About It Tuesday, so let's talk about it, baby. Number one, in case you did not know, and maybe you forgot, there are power in words. There are power in your words. Yes, you have the power to speak life or speak death. And we have to be mindful of the things that we put out, because what goes out will come back in. Yeah. Like I remember being little and it's like, oh, when you're pointing one finger at someone else, remember that there's uh three others pointing back at you, you know? And it's like, yeah, yeah. And so we need to be mindful of the things that we say. Yes. Things that we say to ourselves, especially. If you believe that you are a failure, then you are. If you believe that you will be successful, that you are successful, then you are. And with the power in your words, we want to speak life. That's what I do. I speak life and I spread love. Speak life and spread love. And how do we do this? By communicating, okay? And communication is the art of sending and receiving messages. And sometimes you might send a message, right? And that person may not be open or receptive to what you have to say. And so we have to come from a place of love. We have to be compassionate. We have to learn to listen, because yes, we can't just send messages, but we have to receive the messages. And so we have to be open and receptive, and just listen. And sometimes you have to listen to what's being said as well as what's not being said. Yes. Why is it so important? Well, because sometimes somebody might say something to you, and we know that what others do is a reflection of them, and what you do is a reflection of you. So therefore, when they are sending messages, they may not be in the best place, okay? They may say things out of fear, out of jealousy, and maybe they just say things because they're just talking. And we all talk. And so we don't want to just talk. We want to be intentional with what we say. We want to be intentional with our words. Why? Because words have power. All right. So that inner dialogue makes a difference. Whatever you tell yourself is what you will believe. Yes. And if you believe it, you will find a way to show that it's true. Your behavior will match that belief. It will. So if you say that you're dumb, you're going to do dumb things. If you say that you're smart, you do smart things, right? If you say like, oh, I'm an overthinker, you're going to overthink. Yeah. And sometimes we can get so caught up with, oh gosh, overthinking, and now you got an anxiety attack and you're feeling anxious, and that's not the best feeling, right? It's not good. It's not great. How do you get out of that? Well, take action. Just do it. Whatever it is that you need to do, stop overthinking it and just do it. Just get up and do it, okay? I have been there. I was like, okay, I know I need to do this and I know I need to do that. But if I do this and I still got to do this, just take the action. Take the first step, okay? We want to create the momentum to keep going. And so we will be mindful what we say to ourselves. We will be intentional with what we say to others. Yes. Because we want our message to be received, right? We want to deliver it. And in order to do so, you have to know your audience. You have to know your audience, okay? Yes, know who you're talking to. I mean, the way I speak to my children is not going to be the same way I speak to an adult. It's not going to be the same way I speak to someone in the workplace. It's not going to be the same way I speak to a client. Know your audience, presentation, your tone. We have to think about the nonverbal communication, okay? So it's not just what you say and how you say it, but do you have a blank stare? Do you look scared when you say it? Or do you look like you have an attitude? How you doing? How are you? You feeling all right? How you doing? You see, it's not just what you say, but how you say it, okay? And so this is why we have to be mindful of communicating and make sure that we are open and receptive. Even when someone is upset, let them speak. Let them get it off their chest, okay? There might be something in that message that you will miss if you interrupt them. Don't interrupt. Let them go off. Go off, sis. Go off. Say what you got to say what you're saying, your feelings, they are valid. They are a priority to you. Just be mindful that my feelings are a priority to me. And we both need to understand that feelings are not always facts, okay? Yes. So we are working on this. This is something I continue to work on every day because I want to come from a place of love and understanding, right? Right. I don't want to cause any unnecessary suffering. I don't want to be offensive. I don't. Although sometimes I have slipped up. I mean, even recently, I started off with a great message to my baby daddy, and I thought I was doing the right thing. Like, oh, let me send him a little email. He locked up, so let me send a little email. And then the response that I got was not the greatest, and I had a choice to respond or ignore. I responded. I did. I responded. It was real nasty. It was nice and nasty, and I didn't use any profanity. And then I was mad at myself, right? Because I was mad at myself, and I was like, I could have really said this, like really, really went in. And then there was the other part that was like, no, girl, why did you give this person this much energy, this much of your mental space? They don't deserve it. There are people that have created a narrative that they really believe, and they live it. They live it every day, okay? It is easier to blame everyone else than it is to admit, like, you know what? I messed up. Yeah. So I'm working on my communication, knowing my audience, and choosing whether to react or respond, okay? Today's a new day. Am I going to do that again? No, I learned from that. It did not make me feel good, so I'm not going to do it again. At the same time, sometimes people have to F around and find out. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I am a work in progress, but baby, don't bring out the other side, okay? Yeah. Know that my goal is to speak life and spread love. But at the same time, don't try me. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Praise God. Anyways, I want you to have an amazing day. I want you to know that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are supported. And baby, I'm feeling good, okay? I am feeling so good. I am feeling wonderful, like high vibrations. I'm talking about feeling full of joy, full of love, full of life, just excited for what's to come and appreciating what's already here. Yes. And knowing that there's more for me. There's more for you too, okay? So let's be open and receptive to that, to what's coming our way. Let's properly prepare for it. Have a great day. I know I will.